Hi, hack friends! Welcome back to another Thursday with Alex. This week we're going to learn about what ecosystem we all live in here in Edmonton, Alberta. Why would I want to know this information? Well, it's important because we will know what kind of species and what kind of plants and animals will live here. And it's good to know what ecosystem you are a part of so we know how to take care of it while we live our lives in it. The answer to what ecosystem we live in is actually a bit of a story. So why don't you follow along with this drawing that I made to learn what ecosystem is here in Edmonton. First, we need to learn what an ecozone means. This is coming from the World Wildlife Fund, which divides the planet into all these different ecozones. The way that they divide ecozones is by splitting the planet based on where animals live. So there's natural barriers that make animals not able to live in certain areas like mountains or oceans. Edmonton is actually in the near Arctic ecozone. That's because we're very close to the Arctic. It gets quite cold here. Okay, next one is ecozones get split into ecoregions. Now, ecoregions are divided based on the climate. And the climate is how much sun and the temperature, how many millimeters of precipitation or rain or snow you get, and how windy it can be in kilometers per hour. The climate of an area will impact what plants can grow there. Edmonton's ecoregion, Aspen Parkland ecoregion. This actually stretches all the way out to Saskatchewan and into Manitoba. It's quite a big ecoregion, and we see a lot of aspens here in the forest. And mixed in with the aspen forest is a lot of wetland lakes. So each ecoregion is split into ecosystems. So in each ecoregion, you'll see different ecosystems. What is an ecosystem, you ask? The ecosystems are food webs created by all this biodiversity and how all the creatures interact and survive together. Ecosystems need biodiversity to be able to function. Things that create biodiversity are things like fungi, which are mushrooms, plants, animals, rocks, bugs, fish, birds, and different water systems like rivers, glaciers, and lakes. So, in an ecosystem, all these different things in the biodiversity interact in this really complicated web. And humans don't fully understand how all these different interactions interact. But we do know that we need to keep biodiversity thriving so that these food webs remain healthy, because humans need healthy ecosystems to be able to live. We need clean water, which is impacted by our ecosystems. We need clean air, which is impacted by how many trees or how many plants survive in our ecosystem. We need good soil to be able to grow food, and also soil so that the trees can grow so we can harvest them for resources. And also a lot of people get food out of the forests and even medicines out of the forest. So it's very important that we have healthy ecosystems full of biodiversity so that humans can survive on this planet too. So it's good to know what ecosystem Edmonton is in so that we can see what creatures are around us and how we can take care of them. So I'm going to show you the different creatures that you can see around in the Aspen Parkland ecosystem around Edmonton and into the country and surrounding area. First, let's start with the plants because they are the producers of the ecosystem, which means that they produce the food that the other parts of the ecosystem can eat and use. Next, let's look at the bugs because they are the smallest creatures that are usually at the base of the ecosystem for other creatures to eat. Next, what eats the bugs but the birds? Some birds are here year-round in Alberta, while others are just flying through for the summer as they migrate. And lastly, here are some mammals that you can see. I didn't find the greatest video for this. There's definitely a really common list there, and you can look them up and see which kind are which. If you want to continue exploring on your own, you can go to cliffordlee.com, and at this website actually is the nature sanctuary that is just east of Edmonton and opens up June 1st. So you can go and visit that and look at for all these different creatures. And on his website are the animal identifications, the bird identifications, and the plant identifications for you to look through. Thank you for tuning in this week. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask, because these are things that I love to teach about. So I hope you have a lot of fun exploring Edmonton's ecosystem and discover new creatures.